everybody. It's Friday night. Welcome to Guitar Safari. Seth?
We're back. Welcome.
We are back. And
What's up?
I took the opportunity to take the weekend off last week just because I had a lot going on and it was a holiday weekend and
family stuff.
Family stuff going on. So it was just
they require
I needed to unplug. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sometimes that's a really good thing to be able to occasionally do, especially when you get in the routine of a YouTube presence. It gets hard to disconnect, because also you're a people pleaser. Mm-hmm. But, in a way, I got to this, Charles. I started only doing YouTube if I want to do YouTube.
Yeah.
Not doing any videos that I don't want to do. And, which probably shows why I haven't done anything lately. It's because I'm only going to do something that I actually get inspired, that I'm like, hey, I should do this, because I've done a bunch of how do we install our tuning keys. Like no one can figure that out. Like there's not already 150 videos of that. I don't want to be that. I want to be not that
different. Yeah, something that no one else is doing.
So I try to sometimes go live when I'm doing live work and just chitty chat as I'm going, but the pace of that is very slow and I'd rather do videos. I'd like to do funny videos. I'm a fan of the silliness that Brian provides.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We should say hi. I'm sorry. I always do that too, Charles. I don't mean to hijack. I mean to get into it. You know what I mean? Because we got people to say hi to. How many people have come and graced us? There's one person on my channel.
27 people that are watching live now. So
well, no, we need to tell the people.
We probably should welcome them in.
Yeah.
But before we do so, I just want to thank everybody, because when we put up the notice that we weren't going to have a show and I wasn't going to do the other show on Sunday, a lot of well wishes came in and people saying really nice things. And so it was very much appreciated.
Just so everybody knows, it was because he was having penis surgery. So I know he didn't want to talk about that in the blog before. But whether it was probably a reduction is what I'm hearing, but it's something happened with the, with honk, 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 and the clip, clip, and stitchy stitch. That's all I'm saying. Sorry, Charles, you're walking slow.
We were friends.
I'm just kidding. That's not even a real thing, y'all. I just fabricated that because I thought I wanted to use, honestly, I just wanted to say the word penis.
There you go. All right, well, let's welcome in some folks. They probably before they all leave.
All right, I should be less honest. Less honest.
It's interesting. 3 more people came in since you said penis.
It's funny. Yeah, I know. It's a key word. It's hashtag. You gotta.
All right, well, we got Earl Colai, who was first in the chat, and he says, "Howdy, friends. Looking forward to Guitar Safari with Charles.
We appreciate you.
You're awesome tonight." Well, I got Smithwick's Red Ale and Irish Ale, so. Yeah,
if I say what I'm drinking, Charles, I'm afraid that Ben Coombs might open this door. I know he's probably in Canada, but who knows? And just slap me in the face for being too Californian.
It's worth the risk.
I'm drinking a San Pellegrino Argentinian pomegranate and orange spritzer. Oh, God.
Seth, I love your brother, but I'm judging you hard.
I know. It's so bad. It's so bad.
So we got Ryan OU812
in who OU812? Hold on. OU812.
And he is in the chat and he says, "Is this a new channel?" Well, it might as well be.
If you're on my channel, it might be. There's 2 people in that chat that are like, "What's happening here? I heard this was the place to be, but I may be wrong."
Well, welcome in Cushman NYC saying what's up to all the people.
Got a text in from Canada, maybe not Canada. I want to slap you.
All right.
That's why I called it out. And it's good to have friends that'll keep you in your place. Right. Come on. Maybe if I had a friend here to slap me, I'd be drinking a beer, Charles.
Maybe. Sometimes that's all you need is a good friend to slap.
Good friend. Slap a beer into your face. It's a dry month, and I try to actually hang with it no matter what rolls down the hill. So I'm just doing it. Yeah.
And you got some things going on there. So
man, I want to get down to at least an A cup for the summer. So that's my goal. If I can get that down to just just where they're just I'm good. That's all I'm going for. I want to have that because I did hear somebody say, and I'm just saying, I heard this one time. Nice dad bod, and I'm pretty sure it was female. It might not have been because of my area, because of my location. But I'm just saying. I was like, oh, okay, great. Now
I just want to know what the Mitch Heyman is going on in here today.
What up, Mitch? Mitch Heyman with the dad bod. Nice dad bod, Mitch. All right, sorry.
You got Brother Paul McNary saying hello to everybody.
What? Yes. What up?
And where Cushman was, you have in Gorman as well.
Yeah, you know, I've been hanging with Cushman. What up, dude? We appreciate you. Bligga blaga blue.
Let's see. Who else do we have with? We got brother, our everyone's favorite music in law, Ryan Hall.
What up, Ryan Hall?
Ryan, I need to get back with you, buddy. I'm not ignoring you. Just been busy.
He's had recent surgery.
Yeah, apparently I've been recuperating.
It's going to take a long recovery.
Oh my. Yeah, we got brother Ben Coombs in the chat saying greetings and salutations.
Of course we do. I think I'm going to lock this door, Charles. I do have a lock.
By the way, if your cat needs a fix, Ben's cat can hook it up, just so you know.
Oh, Ben's cat's the dealer now that has the goods?
That's the rumor I heard.
For the good catnip. I like that. Okay.
Brother Wayne McConnell, hello there. Lots of friends here. Let's go on safari.
What up, Wayne McConnell?
You know, it is getting to bring. We're pretty well into spring now, and Seth, you and I might have to actually do some safari for guitars.
For buying guitars?
Yeah,
I'm doing a guitar safari on Saturday with these two guitars. Sorry for the mic there. These two guitars down to the guitar store to put them up for sale.
Oh, there you go. Well, that's not a safari if you're getting rid of them.
Yeah. So it means I'm leaving my house with guitars.
But it might need some, it could mean some cash in your pocket to go on.
It means that helps me to keep building, right? I want to keep advancing, keep getting better. I got a couple. I want to stain further than just a charcoal fade. I want to do a charcoal, then like a blue, and then I want to do a green, something like a dark black and green. So we getting into all that.
We got Dashley Dave in the chat, and he's on board for that idea, I think.
What? Yes. What up, Dashley Dave? Hold on. Keep going. I just gotta click.
We got brother Marcel LeBlanc saying, "Hey, brother, how you doing?" to Cushman NYC, and Marcel, hope you're doing well. Welcome in.
What up, Marcel?
Hey, saying hello, my fellow Macquarie.
Hey, you want to do the Macarena? Hi, gonna do the Macarena? Hey, Macarena.
It's amazing. I am just all kinds of broken today.
With the Macarenas?
Oh, yeah. Hello, Jimmy Biter saying, what's up? And 3 devil's horns. Not 1, but 3. So,
I love it. I'm an emoji addict. I'm like devil horns, guy with the glasses, devil horns, weed leaf, all that. I'm into it.
I see.
Yep.
Well, we got Stephen Monchmicheli saying good evening to all.
Good evening, Monch. You are a fellow woodworker.
Time surfing alien with the hand.
Thank you for the comment on my short time surfing alien. I saw it. I didn't comment back.
He still has the coolest avatar in the world. We got everyone's favorite Steve Reeser.
Yum. This has a lot of sugar in it, is what it is. Like 28 grams of sugar in a little can. Plus this other.
A lot. You're just over sugar hyped all the time.
Woo! Not all the time. I'm saying not all the time. I very rarely, so I don't drink soda. I drink water all day. And this is like taking a shot. But I do eat sweets. But I don't eat sweets during the day. But at night I like a little bit of ice cream. That's why I'm not super skinny. But
Well, brother William De Silva here is in the chat, and he's got to work one of the days this weekend. He just hasn't decided which one.
William,
if you wander over to William De Silva's channel,
well, that's where I'm going. I'm going.
Video up.
It was formerly right around here,
but he's got a new glass flowing video up. So
What? Yes, he does. That shit is dangerous.
And
That's
Ben
like,
said Charles had to take a weekend off after doing a Saturday show with me as a guest. Sorry.
yeah, that can be a thing.
I was trying not to let it out the bag,
Yeah,
but
yeah. He had a OB instead of a OD. He had a overbend.
Yeah, Eddie, I unplugged and shaved my face. I walked into the room the other day, and the missus said, "You look old for the first time.
No, Charles.
Days, and go shave it off."
No, Charles walked into the bathroom one morning and tried to give himself $1, and he realized, oh, that's not a homeless man. That's me. And so he just pulled out the razor. He's like, he's handing the mirror $1, and he was like, oh. Just
let it know for the record, if you're not happy with what you're getting here, the guys on Tone Talk are on now.
Oh, that's funny. People kept buying Charles coffees at work. They're like, oh man, something's going on. He's sleeping. I think he's sleeping in his car.
I want to say hello to Brian over at Searching for Tone. He had a great live stream last Wednesday. He went back and watched it. It was good.
I watched it. I was there live, but I was lurking and working.
We got Guitar Man 45, Bo, saying hello to both of us.
What up, Bo? I actually wanted to talk about briefly what I was working on, because I wanted to ask the forum how many people have set a neck in a guitar, glued in a neck, and in that, did they do the fretwork before or after they glue in the neck? I know that Gibson does it all after it's glued in, you know what I mean? Because they run it through a plaque and all that.
It's easier to do it before.
That's what I did. I did it with both guitars, but after they were glued together, I was recheck everything many times along the way. This one was fine with the fretwork before. This one, I don't know if the glue pressure or something, it ended up making the upper register of the fretboard was uneven again, and a couple of frets that were down here in the area that wasn't even clamped at all. It was weird. But I think the whole piece of wood maybe was under pressure. So after that, I had to go back and re-glue everything and then re-level everything after the neck was on the body. So it was just a couple spots, and I don't take a lot off when I level. But oh my God, it's just it's more work than you sit down for 2 hours of work. But I'm learning because I've only set the neck in. This is like 5 and 6, so 6 guitars now. So I'm getting better each time. Each one sets a little better.
I wish I could really kind of add to that, but I haven't actually set a glued in a neck before. So
I figure I know, but I mean, I figure, but there's people here, maybe Monch, other people have done it, or maybe they've heard something. But I mean, you have a lot of experience doing things in the realm. I think maybe you could give me your thoughts on my opinion is that the pressure, because it's clamped for 24 hours. That's a long time under some good, and I don't clamp the hell out of it, but I clamp it. You know what I mean?
The only thing I'm thinking is that since you're working from a kit, it's newer wood and it's still moving, right? So regardless of...
Well, I mean, even if you're not working from a kit, you're not going to know how new the wood is unless you're buying it. I mean, I agree. I think that maybe the wood is moving.
Maybe just the neck isn't done moving yet. It's not where it wants to be.
Not until, so I should set the necks, leave them for a week, then do the fretwork probably.
I don't know. We'll see what the chat has to say about it. It's a new one for me, but really excited here because we got Martin from the O&M Guitar Corner in. And asking everybody, hey, how they're doing. Sorry, no tagging. He's on the mobile. But I got a package from Martin the other day, last week. And so we're going to be doing a fabric top bass kit for him.
He also chimed in way further in the top of the chat that says, always do the fretwork after setting the neck. And he's a fine luthier, my friend. I appreciate you. We got a chitty chat at some point, especially if you come out here to the Bay Area. Hit me up. Hold on. I gotta open the window. It's weird because it's cold.
It's interesting that I wouldn't think it would make a difference, but like I said, I don't know enough about it.
Yeah, it makes sense that if there's just a tradition of people, they always do it after mainly.
Yeah.
But so here's the thing: whenever I do fretwork on a on a bolt-on neck guitar, I certainly take that neck off and I do that fretwork with the neck off.
Yeah.
Right. So my brain thought that that's no biggie, but we could chit chat more about it. But I think that probably literally the wood is just coming to its bonding spot.
Yeah, it's
And
not
probably
where it wants to be yet.
I certainly won't waste my time again doing the fretwork beforehand. I probably just got lucky on this one because I rock them all the way after and make sure that they're.
Go ahead and do the next one and see if it's any different, right? Go ahead, set the neck and do it and see if it.
I think I'm going to set the neck and leave it for a little while, let it settle, like at least a few days. The next one I'm doing is a 24 fret, just like I did for Randy Crooks. Cool one thing on that, the top isn't nearly as nice as Randy's, but the mahogany in the body on the top is flamed. It's cool. Right where I'm going to carve the belly carve that Randy's didn't have either. It will be flamed through there. It'll look really cool. So excited about that. I'm going to get going on that next week.
Well, let me speed up on welcoming our folks in the chat.
Word up.
Long to do it. I want to welcome in Johnny 3 Bar.
Johnny.
Monkey Guitars.
What? Yes.
Yes. Unfucking It says, are we doing a show? I don't know if you'd call this a show, but we're doing it.
We're doing it. Doing something. We're hanging out. Chit-chatting.
Who else? We got BC Rich 581. He says, what did I just walk in on? Well, I don't know. We're trying to figure that one out. We decided that we don't need rails. We decided we got to talking about the show the other day and trying to figure out what we're going to do. And we came to the conclusion, you guys aren't watching for the topics. You're just watching to see how far off the tracks we go.
Well, it's nice to have topics too. This week honestly has been a tough week for me personally. So I didn't have the bandwidth to generate something that I couldn't search for something entertaining because I'm too I've got I suffered a tragedy at the school that I work at, and it's not super directly closely connected to me, but it is kids that I worked with, and so it's affected the whole community, and it was a major tragedy. But here's the thing, I have the most fun of my week when I come and hang out here with y'all, so I'm not giving up on that. But it made it hard to have a fun topic and think of something silly. But I was thinking about Les Pauls. I like to hear, because I just built 2 Les Pauls, and I like Les Pauls and I like set neck guitars, but I don't know. I think maybe I like bolt-on guitars for myself, playing for myself better. Maybe.
Welcome in, Gear Junkie 35. And I know what you mean. I was a teacher for 19 years, and I've lost a couple students myself. And, people, a lot of people don't.
Did they hold you responsible? I mean, did you ever find them? I'm just kidding.
They weren't able to prove it.
Right. They weren't. No, I get it, dude. I know. It's crazy because they're not family. They're not connected. But
you get when you work with these kids closely, you get connected. And,
totally.
So when you lose one, it does blow the wind right out of sail. So,
Yep.
Sending you all the good vibes, my friend.
Thanks, man. And being a teacher is a unique thing because literally to the kids, all like I'm saying is like, really, you're going to the bathroom now? You just had a 10-minute break. And I said, you do one problem? That's me as a teacher. You do one problem? Now I got to pee, Mr. Presley. Come on, do 3 more. So that was my last interaction with the kids, with these girls. Anyway, funny. Building guitars, Les Pauls versus bolt-on necks. I'm telling you, bolt-on necks, when I play them, I like this poppy snappiness. I like Les Pauls too. They're crunchy. Good for solos, like those deep, thick. I describe Les Pauls as thick, not the body, but just the sound when you play them.
Oh, Amanda.
2 humbucker guitars, more thick.
We are so far behind this chat. It's not funny.
Well, it's gonna happen. I'll slow you down every time. That's what it is. Don't try to get through an airport on time. Like, we had to make a flight with me
Oh,
in the
welcome in the UB.
What?
Welcome in.
Thank you for coming by.
Appreciate you coming on over. I see him all the time over on Searching for Tone. I'm glad to see him over here.
Oh yeah. He may have been lost on my channel for 10 minutes. I'm like, what's happening? This is so lonely.
So Martin was saying, thank you, too kind. Yeah, I noticed something similar to that. The upper part needed to be more work after it's glued in. Not quite sure why that is.
Yeah.
Could be the clamping. It could be the glue seeping into the joints. Who knows?
Like settling
maybe I'm going with the theory of it's just not where it wants to be yet.
Yeah, yep. And just give it a minute to settle, because it really wasn't that much. It was only really on the bass side. So when I got the guitar done, everything else, and I rocked, and I was like, the bass side seems, and then I found one fret up towards the very tongue that like the whole fret was, and I was like, well, I did a fret level, and I know when I do it, I keep it, I check the neck, I leave it for an hour, I check it, make sure it's not moving. Then I go ahead and, which makes you think, finish does stabilize the neck. It doesn't necessarily straighten or warp it, but it makes it more stable. So I certainly shouldn't be doing fret work before I have the finish on the neck. And I'm just going to wait till the neck's in the guitar anyway from now on.
Well, I want to welcome River Docs and Marsh and Murray.
What up, y'all?
Appreciate you guys being here. And
River Docs.
That's going to catch us up in chat. So now we can go completely off the rails. And
well,
if we didn't shout you out loud, I certainly made sure we got your name up there. So everyone, welcome in, and thanks for being with us. We're 40. We got 40 folks in, Seth.
Oh boy! Now what? Now I'm on the spot. I
was thinking about some things today, and I've been pretty good for a long time about not buying anything, right?
Oh shoot!
I've got my eye out on a certain. There's couple guitars that I really do want to have, but I'm going to wait for the right time, the right deal for them. And I hadn't really been buying any gear, and all of a sudden, I just started buying pedals.
Ooh, pedal board time.
Yeah, and so now a fella's going to have to buy a pedal board, and being the cheap bastard I am.
Okay, you're going to find one used.
I think I'm going to need the chat's help me find a thrifty pedal board.
Dastardly Dave says $150. I don't know. But I don't know if that's about a pedal board or not.
I don't know. And Keith is saying anything over 350. So I don't know what is going on there. I want to welcome in Glenn Michael Thompson. Hello there.
Oh, what up, G?
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's to the point where I buy I hear another fellow buys a pedal, so I gotta buy a pedal. I don't know what is going on there. And so
a crafty crate diagonally pedal board done. So get a crafty crate and then cut it diagonally, and then you just boom.
What is a crafty crate?
It's just like a crate, like a wooden crate, like an apple box.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean, kind of, but maybe more. A crafty crate would maybe be more sturdy than an apple box, but kind of the same deal. And you just shoom, which is smart, especially if you braced it on the side that's going to be the wedge that you want. Brace that and then cut it. That's cheap and quick.
Oh, I'll get it. Yeah, it's the box. You cut it like this, and then you.
I got the bottom, or the side, whatever works for you, and that's smart.
So my Martian Murray's like, buy a board, stick some strip of Velcro on it. It's probably my speed. And Unbelievable's like, yep, 2x4.
Well, that's basically, I've got a Furman Power Soak power strip. You know, so it's anyway, it stops hum and it does a lot of good stuff. And then I just have that's like my pedal board is the power strip, because everything underneath it is just got this plexiglass over that. And then so it's very cheap pedal board that I have.
Yeah. So Martin's like, yeah, as a crafty man, why not build your own from wood? I've been thinking about it. I've been trying to decide. I'm really honestly trying to figure out how big of a board did I need.
Mine's too small. Mine's like 22 inches by 8.
Small, right?
It's too small. Yep, it's too small. It was designed for not. So if I'm gonna use a pedal board, if you're gonna use a pedal board, have a pedal board. You know what I mean? Don't have 3 pedals on it.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna have 4 or 5 that do some cool stuff. Or more.
Johnny 3-Bar did a $10 pedal build. Johnny, is that a video you got? Do you have a video of that up?
I'd love to see that. Making a pedal for $10. Because I've often thought, if you can teach me that, Johnny, I would appreciate you very much. Making a pedal for like $10, because I would make a cool one, and I already have access to make some cool housings. And I would like to give them away with my guitars. If you got a Presley pedal with your guitar and you open up, and I don't even freaking say that, you know, it just comes with it. I'm like, what the hell? And everybody gets a different one, like a different thing. The distortion one, because you're just trying to make new stuff. I don't know.
Want to welcome in Edwin Crane. He says, I always wanted one of those bloodstained Chris Holmes guitars. Oh,
ooh, hell yes. I mean, so some people don't like the blood. For a long time, I didn't like skulls. I was always like, I don't like skulls. But then they grew on me, and it just depends on the skull. There's some skulls I like.
And Marcel's saying wood could be heavy. You could do aluminum. Sure.
When I was in my surfing younger phase in my life, I didn't like skulls and death, because I was like, you know, you could die any day out here. So let's just not wear skulls on our shirts. Let's just do waves or like 3 lines of color. Whoosh.
Yeah. Anyway. Bo bought a Centaur pedal today.
What?
Yeah.
So that's the equivalent of a
clone copy.
Clone. Oh man, I want a clone so bad to play through one, just because I have had to hear the word clone so many times in my life, and I feel like I deserve to play through one, or a clone.
There you go. Oh, here's interesting. Jack Thong has been thinking about building an acoustic pedal board.
Ooh,
that's cool.
That's an empty box. Clunk, get it? Acoustic pedal board. Pop. No, so on an acoustic pedal board, I've seen them Strymon or go heavy Strymon with like the big wet saturation, whatever, the midnight rain, whatever they call it. I never look at Strymon because it's so good, and I can't afford it. One of the best open mic performances I ever heard in my life. This guy that blew my freaking mind, and I almost bought something of merch. That's how good they were. They had like 5 Strymons, and they knew how to use them, right? And they were doing it with an acoustic and singing, and they had a voice like they were on some voice show at some point, whatever. They were really good. I was like, oh man, they knew how to work those pedals.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, Glenn Michael Thompson says he's seen some pedal board builds on YouTube from particular shelves at IKEA.
Perfect. You buy the particular shelf, $15-20, and you go and do it.
Yeah. Why not?
But there's also companies that make real pedal boards that, if you like the company.
Johnny 3-Bar did do a video on that. It was his first video. So I'm going to have to go check that out, because maybe I got another project this weekend.
What, the $10 thing? Yeah, I'll go check it out. I know that I'm subscribed to Johnny. Definitely. They made it easy for me. For one point, it was hard to find everybody and subscribe. And then they made it, you could just easily click it, boom, go there, subscribe. That's when I'm in other people's chats. So if I'm in if I'm in searching for Tone or Ben's chat or OU812 or anybody, and I see some people, I'll just subscribe if I'm not subscribed to them because I try to share the love. Then they subscribe to me too. Grows me.
Yeah. I love it. We got Guitar Man 45 said, yeah, that the clone he bought is a Behringer for $60. It's worth trying out. Yes.
Yeah, $60 if you have an hour of fun playing with it. You just pay, it's just paid for itself, right? That's worth it. An hour having a great time dialing in some stuff, playing around. That's worth $60. Shit.
There you go. Well, Seth, I love this comment from Eddie Face. Is responding to Marcel's saying make it out of aluminum. He's like, yeah, stay on that topic. When you build it with aluminum, think hand truck dolly with wheels, which you can ratchet strap to your amp to your amp. Very practical.
Super practical. That's what I was thinking too. Is that if I ever toured, I can't believe I just said that sentence. If I ever toured, I have my amp head has a travel box, and I guess I would try to turn that into the pedal board in some way because there's extra room so that, you can pack the pedals in there on top of the head. And then there'd be a way that I could set that up. But I'm not, that's never going to happen. And I'd probably have a quad Cortex if it did. Huh.
So Martin is here in the chat, and he says Phoenix Fuzz Lucent and Tone X1 is everything he needs for his rehearsal room and to take with him. Well, funny that Martin should say that because the new arrival at my house today was Phoenix Fuzz.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Now the Tone X just basically has everything.
Yeah.
Tone X1 you've got, and then the Phoenix Fuzz is his extra juju.
And welcome in Dwight Bailey. How are you doing, my friend?
What up, DB?
Hope you're taking good care of my guilt.
Pomegranate.
That is the most beautiful
spritzer. It's a spritzer. Delicious spritzer.
Johnny Freebar just finished building a gold My Little Pony Klon circuit pedal last night.
Oh, yes, he did. My Little Pony. Now make a Care Bear Klon.
Care Bear Klon.
No, the My Little Pony's better. He's right. My Little Pony's better. Way better connection.
And Randy says that beer is not going down very fast on my second rum and coke. And that's true. That's true.
Ooh. So, whoa. Hey, Randy. I hear you. Yum. Yeah, I had some of my spritzer.
Hey, Randy, what are you listening to tonight? What's on our playlist tonight?
Because I never go on Facebook anymore, dude. It's why? Don't love Mark Zuckerberg. I'd love for him to change my mind. I'd love to meet Mark and find out that he's really cool and that he's nice and great because he has donated tons of money and he's like good in that. But I don't know.
We get an update from Bo. He says now that Jeanette's finished peeling off those $100 bills off my ass for the wedding, I'm looking at it.
Well, yeah, now you can afford a Presley. Tell you that much. Now you're good. Now you're in the clear.
Love it.
Yeah. The last review 5-star, but it just said excellent. It's like, can you not elaborate, dude? Please, come on. I mean, I love the review and I love you for buying the guitar, but did I not earn 11 words? I mean, come on. I set it up all nice in the case, hoping that boy, when I was so impressed. Nope. Excellent.
Well, Johnny Three Bar kind of came back at you. He's doing a Teletubby tube driver.
Ah, perfect. That's perfect. Is it Poe? Which Teletubby? Which one you going with?
Which one? Right? You got to be more specific here.
Yeah. Is it Poe? Because Poe is probably the best one to do it.
And Randy Crooks is listening to Boston, the debut album.
Nice.
Love it.
Hey, Charles, you want to know what I was listening to? Because I was kind of feeling.
What were you listening to?
Aha. Thank you for asking. Arcade Fire, Wake Up.
Nice.
Have you ever heard it? Yeah, probably don't know.
But it sounds interesting.
It's the theme song in a couple of movies that you might have seen. The Where the Wild Things Are.
Mm-hmm.
It's the theme song in that one, and it has this whole melody. It's just watch our chat. As our chat, if you know the song, yeah, that song hits. Especially if you're like feeling like you want to. It's got a rhythmic. You should listen to it. It's great.
And Randy's first selection tonight was Gary Clark Jr. from Austin. Excellent choice. Excellent choice.
Mm-hmm. Gary Clark Jr. He tours around here, doesn't he?
So Zach Thong says one of the pedals he was looking at is the TC Helicon Harmony Singer. Very good.
I have the Boss VE2 vocal harmonist, and I have enjoyed it for. I've enjoyed this pedal for over a decade.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought it. It was like $230 back when I bought it, which for me was a heavy investment on a pedal. But it cleans up your vocal. I don't use it at all for the harmony weird stuff that it does. Like you can plug it in, play a guitar chord, and then when you sing and you hit the harmony thing, it'll do this whole chord harmony. I don't mess with that because I don't like that. I just like the way that it cleans you up before before you go into your PA.
Mm-hmm.
It's a butter box.
And Bo is agreeing with Randy. That's a great album. The year that Boston hit Summertime 76. Good times. Yep, for sure. For sure. Well, so Seth, what do you got going for your next project?
24 fret double cut humbucker, mahogany body, burl maple cap. No, it's not burl. I'm sorry. It's spalted maple. It has a little bit of flame in it. And I've been on the fence about what kind of finish. I wonder if Martin's still here. Let me grab that. Is that cool, Charles? Let me grab that body out. And then we'll see what he thinks about. And then we'll talk about, because I don't want to stain it. It doesn't have binding. And I could put binding on it, but I don't really want to. It would be my first time doing binding.
You're right, Keith. It did take forever for that second Boston album to come out. First one, so I guess you get a first album like that, it's really hard to kind of top, and you're like, I don't want to put that on. Well, and Martin is still here.
Great, I appreciate it. Okay.
And Edwin Crane wants an ironwood and oak guitar.
You want to single me?
Yeah, let me go ahead and single you out here.
So you can see it has not nearly as much flame.
Uh-huh.
There's flame in there, but that'll come out, but not nearly what was on.
It's not. You're really gonna rely on the black and the spalted for your look.
No, and no binding.
Oh my!
So I was kind of worried about when I stain. There is flame, and definitely it's going to pop this direction as well. Like this direction, it will pop that way as well. This part right here is really flame. That's the top mahogany.
Uh-huh.
It's hard to see, huh?
Yeah, it's not showing up as much as you would think. Oh, okay. At that angle, you can see a little bit.
This right here. If I wet it, where's my water bottle?
Dave says, paint it black.
Paint it black. Nope. My water bottle's in the other room.
Okay.
But when I lit it up with the water, and this whole thing is freaking boom, fire flame. So that's helpful, and it's that whole top side of the wood. So that'll look great when I carve the belly carve. That'll help to impress whoever, but this is not going to be as flamey. So my question to you is,
go ahead. What you
what should I do? A color? Should I do a black and then sand back? Should I just do the true oil, which would be the easiest and would be the sides wouldn't matter because I just wipe over every time. You know what I mean?
Well, Marcel wants to know what kind of stain you might be using.
I use Keda dye. Keda, Keda dye. It is recommended by Highline Guitars. Chris from Highline Guitars recommends it. You mix it down with 91% alcohol. You can do it with water too, but I find that the alcohol evaporates faster and allows you to work quicker if you're doing sandbag. So
both said you should fabric top it.
That's Charles's stuff. I don't go into Charles's court, and
I have an idea, and I don't, and it really all depends on how thick that veneer is, right?
It's pretty good. I mean, as far as veneers go, it's pretty good.
I mean,
why?
I would do the black stain and sand it back so you have it in the green.
Yeah.
Right? And then go with a lighter color that all the green will just really pop against.
What, like an amber?
Like an amber or a yellow or a pale blue.
Well, pale blue I'm into. Yellow I wouldn't do. Not my thing. But I hear you. It might look really good. Yeah, but I'm just not. Because, the light blue I like, but the light blue on this is going to almost give some hues of green because of the wood color, right? Am I right?
Saying true oil it.
That's I like that. Johnny 3-Bar. See, Johnny 3-Bar does guitar work and knows how it wants to get through a project too. Because sometimes the right thing to do is the thing that takes you down the road, to where you're, because my thought, what do I want to be doing with this, Charles? I want to be hanging it up like this. Man, you look fucking great. You're done. You're gonna play great. Go off to your new person. Because guess what? I build guitars way better. I play guitar pretty good, but I build guitars like that's, I think, like one of my callings. You know what I mean? Well, so that's why I do it.
Marcel says use a yellow dye and follow it with blue or black.
Yellow and hold on, Marcel. Where are we going with the yellow and the blue? Is going to give me green? Because if I hit it with yellow first, then I do a blue on top. It's going to be green.
It's going to go right. Green. Well, Marcia Murray,
which I'm cool with. I like that.
Green. Marcia Murray says go translucent green.
I thought of that too, but I said to myself, I won't make my first one that's color green. Mm-hmm. I almost want to do a different. If I order a different kit that I get here, and I could do these kind of like side by side, I could stain that one first, and then I could do this one green. Do you think this would look green because of those lines are kind of natural, like earthy?
Like I said, I think any lighter color you go with is going to make the green just pop.
And those dark lines, like you're saying, if I do the charcoal and then a sand back,
it'll give more depth and definition.
The thing about the black that Keda dye has is Keda's black dye is their charcoal, which they warn you in the instructions that everything can have a hue to it. So as you see on this guitar, it's charcoal, but it's like weird. It picks up these, it picks up different hues. Like the charcoal had a little bit of blue in it, to where my wife keeps wanting to call it the blue jean fade or denim fade. And I keep saying, we can't say denim fade. That's a PRS thing. That's a Gibson thing. We can't say denim fade. I'm comfortable saying charcoal fade because that's charcoal Keda dye. And I did a sandback. So that's, it's what it is.
Well, Martin's got an opinion here. He says, well, that's a hard one. He says, maybe, I would maybe go with some color that makes it look like older, darkened wood. Maybe something kind of grayish.
Brown or gray. Yeah. Black sandback with like a leathery brown.
Old weathered barn board kind of look.
And I can carry that over to the back. Because I do like the fact that, check out the fact that the front, even though it's maple, this is a very light mahogany. it's not real red, and also that's very uniform. That I like that they didn't give you one piece that's very red and one piece that's light. So they're well matched, and the center line of the two pieces is almost right down the center, but it's not in the center. It's right by the B string. So basically the line is, but that's fine.
That's all right.
You can't see the line from the front.
Patrick Trice says purple's a safe choice.
So I would get to purple. I would lay that down in layers, and that would look good because to get purple, help me with my primaries here, people. We're talking Presley education level. So I would start with blue, and I would lay down some red. Right? We're doing blue and red to get purple.
Yeah, I'm just not sure the order, whether the blue would go first or the red.
I could watch a couple PRS videos. I think it's blue and red that make the purple. And I might go with like the very light red first and then hit it with blue and and then see if and then maybe one other coat of red at the end, very light.
Marcel does quite a bit of woodwork, and he says
blue and red. Thank you.
Marcel does quite a bit of woodwork. He did a spalted maple pen, but he put yellow, black, and blue with light slanting in between the coats, and it turned out beautiful.
Yes, because it gives those. I like how smart our chats hella smart, because like 4 in a row, boom, blue and red, blue and red, blue and red, all within the time that like they were all typing it at the same time. They didn't look at each other. Anybody, I thought it was blue and red. Anyway, you figure it out.
I love it. Martin also says, or you can make it something like his son did and fill the areas within the black lines blue or green and keep the rest natural.
I'm thinking I'm going to do the charcoal sand back, but just be cognizant of the edges and make sure to keep it inside the edge, and then hit it with blue. And then if I decide if I want more, I'm going to go with a little bit of red to make it purple. But then I'm not allowing for also the fact that this grain is very. I might want to just let it react with the blue, and it'll be greenish, because you know what I mean. This is almost yellow, a little bit of yellow, certainly a yellow hint in there, and with blue.
Bo is paying attention tonight, and he says, what kind of bridge do you have that it's got the string through holes in it?
It's just a tune-o-matic bridge on this. This is going to have a tune-o-matic bridge. It's just got those cool string through holes and then tune-o-matic. Boom, right here.
Okay, so
there's no stop bar tailpiece. It's just string through the body. There's ferrules in the back. There's top ferrules, and it comes out, goes over the tune-o-matic and over the tune humbuckers, and that's what you get.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's cool. It's that's the same one that Randy had. Unfortunately, it's no longer with us. And this one that sold, that was ironically sold from the local store, and then it sold on, because I had it on Reverb too, because trying to make sure they sell. And it sold on Reverb, and so I called to go pick it up, and they're like, "Oh, that one sold too." So now I'm making another one. And these two are going down to the shop because I want to have. I think that there's a good presence when they're next to each other.
Yeah.
And it looks like, oh, what? Whoa, Presley? It's not just one guitar on the wall, which,
Nice. Well, Martin says he mixed his own purple with water-based dye from red, blue, and orange for the Purple Burst 335 he did for his daughter, which came out beautiful, by the way.
Oh, I know. That's actually one of my inspirations for just, getting in. It's like, yeah.
And Glenn Michael Thompson says purple, mauve, and blue look great together.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm thinking, I wanted to go blue for the next direction with color, but I hesitated with this top because of the figure on it. Like, I've seen Flame
saying, go with blue. It's his favorite color.
Oh, awesome. Well, it's one of my favorites too. I have got in the room 1, 2, 3, 4 blue guitars hanging up what's upstairs, pink guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's 4 blue guitars currently. If you count turquoise as kind of blue, I guess it's technically turquoise. But
well, and of course, Blue Lock says orange and gray might look nice also. So
you are correct there, like a tiger's eye.
yeah.
I was thinking of doing like if I doubled this amount and did like a double sandback or just a heavy and then a lighter sandback or something, and then do some orange and like orange and red and like make it this orange red gray burst would be cool. So that's a cool thing. As I like getting into it, so I like to dip my foot in the water, surf out there a few times, surf out there bigger and bigger days before you just go paddling out to the big stuff. But then eventually you get to the big stuff, so just take your time. That's what I like to do.
Love it. Well,
number 57, Charles, number 57 sitting behind me.
Is it really?
Yeah, 56 and 57.
Oh my.
Woo!
Well, I've got an embarrassment of riches on my bench right now. They're
too
all
many things,
up.
yeah.
Too many, a bunch of projects, and so
yeah, feel ya.
So you can expect to see some more videos coming out on fabric topping. We'll be finishing up Ed's Freedom Caster. We'll be moving into Charles Green's Telecaster, the Poison Telecaster. We've got the rebuild on the redo of Randy Crooks's Acid Drop.
Nice.
And now the bass for Martin. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put all those things on the bench and shoot a video of those projects coming in. And there's also an LP Junior project that I haven't been talking a whole lot about, but it is the fabric on that one I'm so excited about.
Oh wow. All right. Well, are you not going to spill the beans? Come on.
I spill. It is a pirate skeleton fabric, and I'm gonna do a telly of my own to match it.
Oh, all right. So you like the fabric that match? You're like, I gotta. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'll say to sometimes when people want to custom order a guitar. They'll tell me all the specs, and I'm like hearing this, and they'll tell them what I can actually do, and then we'll land on a thing, and I'll tell them, you don't really need to give me a deposit, because if I like the guitar idea enough to build it, and I decide to build it, it means that I have enough faith in that I would just keep it anyway, or I know it would just sell anyway, right? Mm-hmm. So if you don't pick up your guitar that you decided to have built, I'm not going to cry about it. It's just going to move its way to somebody else. And usually the people are like, whoa, oh, that's great. That's cool. And then they always buy their custom, which, I found that I've never had a problem with someone, backing out of paying for their, once it was done, they wanted it, especially when they see the pictures on Reverb.
Always. Glenn Michael Thompson's been playing his blue translucent G&O.
Oh, see?
And he loves blue, so
I should look at a bunch of guitars. I need to look at a bunch of the spalted maple guitars and and see. Most of them that I see are like either natural or a little bit of amber finish. Mm-hmm. They're kind of enhancing the wood, like you said. No colors.
Seth, if Martin wants to know if you have WhatsApp, because I could give him your phone number and you could join the chat group over there on WhatsApp.
Okay, great. Yeah, I don't use WhatsApp. I think I have it. I think I download it every time I go to Mexico because it makes communication easier or something internationally, texting or something, whatever it is. But yeah, my phone number is right on it's on my, I'm not hard to find. My phone number is on my YouTube information.
Martin, I'll put it in the WhatsApp for you.
Thank you. Yeah, hit me up, dude. Especially, man, if you're coming over this way, you just definitely got to roll through, because I'm in the area people visit anyway.
Hey, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to start the whole show over.
Oh, all right. Let's do it. Mark's here.
Mark Taft is here.
And, yeah.
We have
to
left. We got to redo the show for him in 6 minutes.
So minute 1 went like this.
Welcome in, Mark.
Thank you for coming by, brother. We appreciate you.
Oh,
Did you ever do that live 12-string change?
Would you stop bringing it up?
We've got 5 minutes left, Charles. Get to it. We need some damn entertainment. I did a freaking setup and I was under the gun at the last minute. Damn it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just mean.
That is mean. That's terrible. Doing that setup also is like under the gun. That's not the best criteria. You know what could be worse is if I was doing that on the internet, under the gun with a time limit and on a boat. like this. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna fix your guitar. That's great. Guitar shop on a boat. What else would be great on a boat? Eye surgery on a boat.
I appreciate that much. Yeah, I think the whole thing with the whole reason why the 12-string hasn't been restrung is I opened my big mouth and said I would do it live.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm afraid I'm gonna look like an idiot restringing it live. You know.
It's just one string at a time. There's just 12 of them.
I know. It's just, everybody's gonna bail after the first 2 strings.
Here's the thing, though. There's no rushing through it because in my instance, how often do you have the strings off your 12 string? So you get the strings off your 12 string. You're not just gonna string it back up. You got to clean the fretboard. You got to clean the frets. You got to get it all nice, and then you're gonna, you got to get it all nice before you just string it back up. So you don't want to rush through that. You know what I mean? So doing it live, you'd expect to do it and take an hour to do it.
It is not going to crack a real glass, Keith.
But I think I can string up a guitar in 4 minutes. 6-string guitar.
And Glenn Michael Thompson says, giving out your phone number publicly, you might start getting some drug dialing calls.
I do. I mean, my phone number is on my YouTube. Go ahead, call me, drunk dial me. I have the ability to block anybody. So it only takes, you know what I mean? And I don't mind. Even some of the people that are funny, I won't block just because being harassed sometimes when you expect it is hilarious. But sometimes I just block people. But yeah, I've had some trolls, but very few. I've had some people say, "Oh, I found you here. Great. I want to buy a guitar." So that works too. That's also what I want.
I cannot believe this hour is just running by.
Well, it's a good place to be. I like coming here. These people are amazing. When I said what colors make what, boom, they got the answers. You know what I mean? We're all like-minded. We got, Monch, we got L&M, Michael B, Zach, Ryan. We got
well, it is just this is just a great community,
Keith, Glenn, Randy, Ryan, John, Marcel, Steven, Eddie. Come on. The list goes on and on. Blue, Mox, Glenn, Amanda, Ben, all the Coombses, the other Coombses. Your brother was probably here. My brother, not here. Thanks, Todd. Jeez, dude. No, he's.
The thing I would say though, it is nice though. This is the place where we come to go ahead and kind of recharge and get back together. And this community's just been so supportive, and we're so glad that everybody's here.
Totally.
It's 7:59. We still have 36 people with us.
Totally. I wrote a paragraph today about how my brother's a hero, by the way. When I was a little kid, we were going down a creek in a little boat. And the creek was released from the dam, so that the bottom of the dam, the water's cold. And we're going down, and we hit some rapids. It was just like this, whoosh, whoosh, splash, splash. And we flipped over, and I remember seeing underneath, there's a little bit of air, and I was like seeing the fiberglass of the boat. Oh, clunk, clunk. This is bad. Oh, shit. And we're still going down. And then a hand came in and grabbed me and pulled me out from underneath. And I was like, and I came up. As soon as I came up, my brother had me. He's like, "I got you, bro." And we're going down, and then the boat goes clunk, and it gets stuck underneath a tree limb, like pinned. And I was like, that'd have been me. Time for God. Anyway, so I was like, "Oh, it's funny. Thank you, God, for keeping me around." And my brother saved my life. Hero.
You look down.
And then he was like, why'd I save his life? I could have had all the stuff. My Christmases would have been so much more fruitful, but we got rid of him. Yeah.
Todd's here.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. So Todd knows how I feel. He's a hero. I'm hunting up for a hero to the end of the night. Yeah, brother. I love you, man. You're the man. And we won't even go. We won't even say the words Hurricane Frank.
We're going to go ahead and get out of here because we've got Quentin James and Steve Brand with Guitar Talk Universe coming on.
GTU and then Mitch Heyman and the Hizzy for Shizzy.
Mitch and Charles coming on after that. So it's going to be a great weekend. I got a couple potential guests for chatting with Charles. So need to go ahead and.
Well, Todd was here. That was great. I didn't play that. That wasn't fake. That was real emotion and drama.
Here you go.
All
right, folks. Have a great weekend. Enjoy all the.
Hang around for the song.
Thank you so much for being here.
Come on, people. Come on and party with me. Oh, there goes the banner. Oh, shit. Take me on guitar so far. Come on, people. Charles and me. About to take you on guitar safari. So turn on your computer, turn on your phone. It's about to go down. One volume, one